YouTube and Meta are accused of designing addictive features that hooked a 20-year-old woman who has brought upon this lawsuit when
Mhm.
she was a kid. And she's saying that, it's caused her mental health. So that's what's bringing us to our topic of the day. Is social media, is it a curse or is it a blessing?
Hmm.
And so let's do some stats. Did you get some
I did do
stats?
some stats. So
Okay.
you got some too?
So I got some stats. It says 73% of US adults use social media. That's a lot. So, wow, for someone to create these social media apps, genius.
Yes.
Um, guess how many hours a day we're on it? Average.
Probably 8.
Dang, girl, who got that kind of time? We still gotta work. Shit.
Oh, you're talking about just adults.
Dang,
Okay.
girl, you had me sounding like Chris Tucker over here. Yeah.
Okay, how many?
2 hours a day.
That's average
That's
though.
average.
Okay.
2 hours a day.
So there are some extreme abusers out there, but for sure. But I would definitely think more than 2 hours, but I mean, you
Yeah.
have some that are really low and then you have some that's really high, so
Yeah,
that's how you
so
get your
that brings
average.
yeah, that's your average.
Where are
90%.
you?
Where am I?
In general, the people, where are you at in
Like how
general?
many
Yeah.
gosh, I feel like I'm on it way too much, and I know my life would be so much more productive if there was no social
So
media.
have you ever gone without limiting yourself or removing yourself from social media for
Yeah,
a time
I've,
frame?
removed the apps from my phone, and I've taken breaks,
Yeah.
but
Definitely good to take
yeah,
breaks.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because you can get absorbed.
So 90% of 18 to 29-year-olds use social media compared to 40% of those 65 and under. And 50.2% are females and 49.8% are men. So it's almost half and half
Yeah,
because we're all on that.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, well, let me tell you my stats. My stats is more along the lines of um youth because
Okay.
I feel like
Mm.
I have a lot of concern with youth using the internet more and not using their brain. Okay.
Mm.
So it says that 74% of teens are on social media. And they say that it helps them connect more with friends, um, tap into their creativity. I do agree with that. And it helps them strengthen their communications.
I feel like it
Mm.
does the opposite. You don't feel like it does the opposite? I feel like my 7-year-old grandson is super imaginative, super creative. Did you not see that chalk artwork that he
That was
did?
cute.
He does not need that, and he's 7. It's like, we didn't need that. We were so creative and so I feel like we have way more imagination and creativity when we didn't rely on social media.
Well,
And we
yes
was
and no.
really connected with our friends because we was hanging out with them.
Yes and no.
Okay.
So, on the flip side of that, I do think that because so many people are tapping into the creativity and thinking above and beyond, we are innovating so much more than we would have innovated in 1980 or 1990. There's so much more things that we are able to do. Secondly, you know how when you're young and you move and you're on the way on the other side of town when you were 8 or 9 or
Mhm.
10,
Yeah.
you lost all your friendships and you don't know if you'd ever see those friends again. Now you have access to those friends. All you gotta do is be on social media with them and, respond and say, "Hey, let's hang out here, or let's meet here," and share they share locations now, girl, on these phones. All they
Well,
gotta do is go into a
I'm
location and see where they friend at.
I'm
So
46 years old and I went to a different school almost every year of my life being a Navy brat. I moved all the time.
yeah.
And the way I kept in touch with my friends is you either visited them, you'd go visit them, or you'd send letters or cards. That's the way, I mean, you don't lose touch. You don't have to lose touch.
You don't have to, but you
Yeah,
can it's easier to
it is easier. The
versus it
technology
is now.
does make it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, it was easier to lose contact back then because, we didn't have the resources that
Right.
we have
That's what
today.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah,
The
yeah.
technology does make it easier to keep
Yeah,
in touch.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, so mental health.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what brought this
So
suit against him.
41% of US teens say social media worsens anxiety.
Oh. And have you noticed there is such an uprise of anxiety disorders?
Mm.
Like, so many people are saying that they have that. So, how do you feel about social media? Do you believe it's a blessing or is it a curse?
I am I'm biased. I think it can be both.
Mm,
But I'm more for it than
you're
against
more
it.
for it than
Yeah,
against it.
I'm more for social media because I think it gives me personally
Mhm.
the exposure to things that I may have not been able to get exposure. So we're on our way to Thailand in 30 days. Girl, we've gone and found so many restaurants, gone and find so many groups that we're gonna go see.
Yeah.
We've planned our whole trip out because of
Yeah.
social media.
Mhm.
In the past, you may be able to go to like a website and see something, but now
Yeah.
on TikTok, everybody's showing you where to go, what to do, how to do it,
Yeah.
and all these things.
But
So
how do you think those people found out where to go and how to do it? They had to go there and figure it out.
true, true.
So, what that
But
takes
somebody's
away
giving someone else
I get
an
it,
upper
but
hand,
that's taking away the adventure and the fun and the
Not really.
mystery, I feel
It's just
like.
telling you where to
It is,
go.
but it just goes to show you you don't need it because for those people to even know where to go, where to eat, what to do, they had to go there.
Yeah. Okay, flip side. There's so many things you miss out on because you don't know.
Mhm.
Like, "Oh, dang, I wish I would have done that. I didn't know, but now you know." So you're gonna make it a point or a purpose to do that.
Okay, it's all about perception, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah.
because my thing is if I made it to Thailand, I didn't miss out. You know what I mean?
Got
If
it.
I had a good time, if I experienced anything, I look at the glass half full, so I
Mhm.
wouldn't say that I totally missed out. You know what I mean? Because sometimes get to know the locals, ask them, like, what do people do around here? So I am opposite. I feel like social media is more of a curse than it is a blessing. So
Wow.
if I were to do a scale, I would feel like it's more damaging than it is a blessing.
So let's talk about business from a business perspective and aspect.
Mhm.
Social media gives you so much more of not only does it give you realistic one-on-one, like you can realistically see productivity of someone's work through social media. Where in the past you're taking a risk of saying, let me see how it works. Let me take a chance and let them come out." But now you can go online and look at somebody's work that they've done from point A to point B.
What do you
And
mean? Like
so, like,
example?
um, your home renovation.
Mhm.
You could go online and see the work of this person from what they've done, from the before and after,
Mhm.
the entire feedback from individuals who've done work from them.
Yeah.
Before you didn't have those. You could go to the yellow pages and look somebody up and pray to God that their service is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you have the realistic exposure to
Is
it.
it realistic then?
Yeah.
Because you see all these homes being built and they look pretty, but when you walk up close to them, an inspector will point out all the flaws and
Well, there's
all the
nothing perfect
things.
though.
Well, yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
just because it looks pretty doesn't mean it's good. Just because you see so that's the thing about social media. They can hook it up and make it look like it's something great and something good, but it's not. Whereas in the old days when our grandparents were trying to find a plumber or a
They had to go
carpenter,
by word of mouth.
it's word of mouth, so people that you knew and trusted telling you, and those are the people that you like. Today I was talking to my uncle, he was like, if you want to use daddy, which is my grandpa, plumber, I'll give you the phone number. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you just pass it on to your
But it's
family and your
still it's
friends,
still
and
word of mouth. Your referral is still the be all nowadays because
yes.
even in my industry that we're in,
Yeah.
it's about referral. It's about word of mouth. But we're able to show our work. So when people are saying, "Oh, well, I don't know, let me see what you've done," we've able to display our work through multiple streams of social media.
So what
Um,
people have done, and I'm guilty of it, I'll get on Facebook and I say, does anybody have any
yeah,
recommendations for a car detail? And then you get hundreds of them. How do you narrow it down on which one?
you go to the reviews. You go to Yep, you go to Google.
That's so much work. That just creates so much work. I'm just
Versus taking the risk of having somebody come out and do a
taking the
half job and then having to get it redone.
taking the risk. There's a
Yeah.
risk even if you took a recommendation.
Yeah, but it's
So
easier. I mean, it's easier to go and see somebody who has a 4.8 star and look at the jobs that they've
okay.
done versus somebody who has not
Thank you
had
for
any kind.
pointing that out because a lot of these reviews are fake or AI
Mm,
bots. Have you not heard of that? A
no.
lot, yes. So Amazon is known for it. A lot of reviews are fake.
Okay.
And then it can also hurt a business. So if one person has like a bad experience, oh,
Now, you know there's
cancel
a way of
culture
getting
is what
those
they call
removed,
it.
though.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
work. You're gonna
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
get it
yeah.
removed. But I did have a list on some pros and some cons. So let's
Well,
talk.
one last
Okay.
thing I kinda
Yeah.
wanna point out as far as a con, because I don't want you to think I'm completely pro, because there are some situations that I feel like are really hurting, the young and the, middle adults, but everybody wants to be like everybody. Everybody
Mhm.
feels like they have to be at this certain status because of social media.
Okay.
"Oh, if I don't have this because,
That's part of the
gorilla,
mental, yeah.
has this car or this purse or
Yeah.
this hairstyle or this." So it does create competition and comparison, which is
Contributes to
not.
that $1 trillion credit card debt and
Yeah,
people trying to live
yeah,
up to the Joneses. So let me ask your opinion. Do you feel like podcasts is a form of social media?
definitely.
It's not.
Says
So
who?
says the internet. Since says the internet.
Oh, you said is a part of social media?
Yes. Do you consider
Well, no, it's not a
podcasts
part of social media, but you use the social media platform
get
get, yeah,
exposure?
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But, I was curious. I was like, okay, are podcasts considered social, like social media? But it's not because it's a one-way dialogue.
Mm,
Whereas social media is like interaction.
okay.
You're interacting with people. That's
Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
meant for. So, okay, let's go through some pros and cons. So, of course, like you said, you mentioned it earlier, connectivity and communication, right? You connect with your friends and your
Is that a
family.
pro or a con?
These are pros. So I'm
Okay.
going to go through the pros and then we'll go through the cons.
Okay.
So, connectivity and communication, family and friends, global communities, reconnecting with old contacts. You
Global
said,
community's
yeah,
big too, yeah.
yeah. Access to information also your pro so yeah, your pros are we're going down. Social media spreads news and educational content quickly,
Yep,
real-time updates and events,
yep.
free tutorials and learning resources, exposure to diverse viewpoints. So one thing I am, happy with TikTok, like there's a lot of things on TikTok that you would probably not see or know about. And that's why the United
Yeah,
States is trying to take control
yeah,
of it because there are some things that they do not want the
yeah,
masses to know. All right. So, access to information, connectivity and communication, business and marketing opportunities is a
definitely.
pro.
Yes,
You really can get your exposure, promote your products, promote your
yes.
services, build your brands, network professionally, and reach targeted audience. Creativity and self expression. You can share your art, your opinions, your photography, music, and
Do you
videos
know how many freaking people are millionaires or
because of
billionaires because of
social
social media
media.
now?
Yeah.
So it's changed a lot of people's lives,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
huge.
And then, of course, what's big for me and what I'm passionate about is social awareness and
Definitely.
activism.
Yes.
Social movements often gain visibility, which is why, like I said, the US is trying to take control of TikTok because they do not want us to see the social movements and support, viral campaigns and stuff. Now, let's go over the cons.
Okay.
Mental health concerns. So, I kind of want to, after we go through these pros and cons, which weighs more important?
Okay.
Okay. So mental health concerns, comparison and low self esteem,
Yes.
anxiety and depression. You touched on
Yes.
all of this. Fear of missing out, which
Yes.
is abbreviated called FOMO. So if you
Oh.
hear anybody say FOMO, it's fear of missing out. Wow, that's crazy. Addiction and time consumption, endless scrolling, and notifications can reduce productivity and disrupt sleep. So let me rewind back why Mark Zuckerberg is in trial right now. It's because they believe that they designed features to get people addictive, and
Definitely.
notifications is one of them.
Okay.
I turn my notifications off on everything, even text message.
Same thing.
Because girl, if I
Same
every
thing.
app, if I kept the notification on, that shit would bug the fuck out of me
Yeah.
all damn day. It is meant for you to go back to it and get you
Yeah.
addicted.
Yeah. No
So
lie.
this girl's about to get paid. I need to
Oh yeah.
join this lawsuit.
I mean, can we all get a
Misinformation,
piece?
I know, right? Misinformation and fake news. You know me. I am big. I hate fake news. Like, have you seen that picture going around when, rest in peace. Remember when we reported that little John's son went missing
Oh yeah, yeah.
and they found him dead in a
Yes.
pond? So there's this picture going around that at a grave site where Queen Latifah is hugging on little John and little John is crying. Now we know that's fake. It came out literally 2 or 3 days after they discovered
Oh,
his
wow.
son's body. So
Yeah.
we know that's not real.
Yeah.
And people are just using it. And so I called somebody out on it and they're like, "Well, it's provoking conversation." Can you not do that without provoking conversation?
Hmm.
Like, come
Well,
on.
spreading fake news is not cool. Like, no matter
No.
what kind of conversation it provokes, it's not cool.
No, but what's crazy is that people are not being held liable anymore. I
Yeah.
remember it back in the days, it used to be a really you would get in trouble, you'd get called
Well,
out
girl, I
for
hate to
doing
tell
that.
you this. The more AI advances and the more AI takes
Yeah,
over, you're not gonna know
man,
what's real or fake.
scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
exactly. Okay, so and then okay, here's a con, privacy and data security risk.
Mm.
There's been a lot of that. How many people have you known their Facebook got hacked, their
Yeah.
Instagram account got hacked, and people were asking for money and all that
Mm.
kind of stuff. It's crazy. Cyberbullying and online harassment. How many kids have committed suicide? How many people have plotted rapes and murders? There's a freaking movie called The Craigslist Killer, The
Mm.
Airbnb Killer.
Now,
Uh,
is Craigslist considered social media? I guess it's two-way.
I guess it could be, but that's a good question.
Hmm.
Good question. So yeah, so there was five for each. Five pros, five cons. So which did you feel like Wade is more valuable and more important to you?
Well, definitely mental health
I
and the people
agree.
conspect of it is way more than being able to promote and
Promote your
advertise and
business
all that kind
and
of stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, I don't know if I would remove social media because there has been so many beneficial things that came from it. What I will say is the lack of parenting has really
Man,
caused a lot of those incidents, the mental health, the
yes.
bullying and all of those things to occur because now these kids are just going on these internet, you know, online access social media and just doing whatever they want to and there's no authority saying, "Hey, you can't do that. Hey, that's
Yeah.
not right. Hey." So I do blame the parents more than anything about the mental health and the bullying and things like
Yeah.
that.
But you know what, Brandy? I feel for these parents because they're competing with social media. They're competing with these iPads and these phones because if you try to restrict your kids, they're going to find a different way or they're going to fight against you and
If
say
that's
you're mean.
anything, we were
And
rebellious in our ways, growing up. We were
yeah,
gonna
but with
find a way to do
social
what we
media,
wanna
it's
do.
almost like you said, taking away their connectivity, taking away their creativity,
Mm.
taking away it's so much.
I'm still
It's
holding parents accountable. I had a
definitely be
conversation
more
with a
present.
boss probably about 2 years ago, and he had 3 small children,
Mhm.
and he explained to me they have maybe 2 hours a day
Yeah,
social media access. Phones have to be in their room
yeah.
in the parents' room at nighttime.
Mhm.
There have, restrictions and privacy things on the
You have to
social
do all of
medias that
that.
they have.
Yes.
They check their phones, they check their devices
And
every
not a
day.
lot of parents do
Eh
that.
yeah, so
Mhm.
they are really parenting and monitoring and and
But
and
do you believe they're young, so they can do that now.
yeah.
Once they become 13, 14, 15, 16,
Um,
they're gonna get a little bit lenient because at some you have to meet that middle guideline of allowing them to have some kind of privacy as
mm.
yeah, because
So what I
otherwise it's gonna cause chaos and conflict in the house.
girl,
It's
I don't
gonna
care if there's no
feel
chaos in my house.
well,
This is my house.
these are gentle okay, Brent. Okay.
Girl, like, no,
Okay.
ma'am. Like, I don't care if we have chaos. We can have
Yeah.
chaos all day long. That's not an issue.
Okay.
But what you're gonna do is follow my rules. And so I may have not had the children with the broad access that they have today, but I had children when social media was around.
Mhm.
And let me tell you, I had a 16-year-old boy,
Yeah.
and it was not easy.
Mhm.
I'm having to go through his stuff.
I'm
And
surprised you say the boy wasn't easy because I
oh,
thought like girls are harder.
it was the boy. Girl, it
Oh.
was the boy.
Yeah.
They're doing, like, all kinds of, like, mannish stuff and
Yeah.
sneaky stuff, and I had to, like, really get into his stuff because they were in group chats, you know
Mhm.
girl,
So,
it's horrible,
social
it's
media
horrible,
is
so
a curse.
parents, please, I don't know if it's a curse, but you have to monitor these things.
Yeah.
You have to, like, actually be a parent and, like, make sure you are
Man.
or managing what these kids are doing with the social
And
media.
what do they say? Once it's out in the internet, it's there forever. So somebody
That
you feel
part,
like you can trust can take a picture of you
that part.
in a compromised situation and put it out there, and it's just out there. You know what I mean? That's how Kim K, the Kardashians became famous. I mean, once that video got out there and it went viral on social media and all that
You
good
and Ray
stuff.
J?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy ass, like,
So, I don't know. We're gonna ask the listeners, how do you guys feel? It's hard because there's pros and there's cons, but and I feel like I can live a life without it.
I definitely think we should do a
So,
poll on, and we would
yeah.
love you guys' feedback on whether social media is a curse or a
Yeah,
blessing.
blessing. Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please follow us on our YouTube page, Raw Honey Podcast, and make sure you share. If you really enjoyed this episode, give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to like and share.
And we're out.
Thank you.